Now set to be contested this final, and Haley Flickener is one of the big names to watch. Matter of fact, she's the only one who was in the finals at Trials 5 years ago who's back in this event, likely on the U.S. team after finishing second in the 400 IM earlier this week at Trials. Flickener will try to cement the spot here in the women's 200 fly final. Let's take you through all 8 stars here. Begin with Rachel Klinker, the 20-year-old from Cal, who had a personal best swim in the semifinals. Same true for Kelly Pash from Carmel, Indiana, also 20 years old. Charlotte Hook is 17 and has opened eyes with a sensational performance here in a couple of different events, and now a chance in her first final. There is Flickener in lane 4. World Championships gold and silver medal to her credit. Next to her, already on Team USA, as the winner of trials in the 100-meter back, Regan Smith, the 19-year-old from Lakeville, Minnesota. Lane 6, it's Olivia Carter, swimming at Michigan during her collegiate days. Lane 7, Dakota Luther, 21 years old from Austin, Texas. And Lindsay Looney, also out of Sun Devil Swimming Club, same like Flickener, is in lane 8, 19-year-old who's been on the national junior team. It's the women's 200-meter fly, and a spot in the Olympics for the winner.
Nearly identical on the splits for Smith and Flickener. The first 350s, Mike. The only difference was the last 50 for Flickener. She outsplit everybody else in the field, 33-1 coming home. And that's what she's been her entire career, consistent. I don't think I've ever seen her miss a wall. Hitting those walls are so important. There is Regan Smith right there, who likes to take it out fast.
I'm thinking, right, days start to run together at trials. I feel like every night I've looked up and that pink swim cap's been in the lead.
Somewhere or another, right? You find Regan Smith out there. And this is one of the events that I thought that she had a great chance to win the gold medal in last summer. Still, I think that she does. She ranks 8th in the world. The top performance in the world right now is Zhang Yufei from China, 2:05.4. Kapish, the world champion in 19, is 2:06.5. And then Flickener, with that semifinal swim, was 2:06.6. That's 3rd in the world right now.
Halfway through, they're very close. It is Smith only by 0.02 of a second over Flickener, who had a better second 50 to tighten the gap.
Sure did, Mike. 31.7 to 32.2, about a half a second faster than Smith on that second 50. They have certainly separated themselves from the field. We came in here thinking this was going to be about these two swimmers right there. Smith with that pink cap right above her, Flickener. Remember, in the semis, Flickener charged home. Look at her building into this wall. She'll go by Smith right there, takes the lead with a 32.3, 32.9 for Smith.
Quarter second behind American record pace as they head to the final 25 laps, with Smith in the lead, Flickener in second, and trying to make a push. 17-year-old Charlotte Hook just above them in lane 3.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, watch this 17-year-old. Could she do it? No.
Here comes Flickener. Flickener pulling away in the final 15 meters, and Haley Flickener will take the title here in the women's 200 fly, with Smith finishing second. Flickener with a personal best time, 2:05.85, 0.02 of a second past her fastest time. As Hook looks up at the board, she was 3rd by nearly a full second.
I'm so happy for Haley Flickener and Regan Smith, both of them. Those are the 2nd and 4th fastest times in the world this year. You don't think those two will not have a medal chance when we get to Tokyo? Absolutely. Halfway point. How about this? 0.02 of a second separates them. Like I said, they really virtually swam right there together. 2 synchronized swimmers going right there head-to-head. 2 of the best ever to do it. 0.2 of a second was the difference on the 150 mark. Another look at the 150 mark. This is where Flick does such a great job in ramping up into the speed into the wall. Lines that wall up long before she gets there. And on the finish, did she come home? Wow, 33.1 on the way home. 34 flat for Smith. She was 2nd fastest. And how about that 17-year-old? She doesn't make the team, but that's a great swim by Charlotte Hook. 2:07.9. That is really sensational. She'll be there again for years to come.
And those two competitors, teammates, they'll both be on Team USA. Haley Flickener, the second fastest swimmer in the world this year in this event, and a U.S. Open record, the fastest swim in or on, whatever you'd like to say, American water ever by Flickener right here in Omaha in trials. And both of these swimmers who are Tokyo bound are standing by with Michelle.
Well, Haley, congratulations.
Thank you.
Down the stretch, you just turned on the jets. What was going on?
I was just having so much fun. Regan and I race each other all the time in this event, and it's always just fun to be there with her. So I was just having fun, enjoying just the race.
All right, Regan, step up to the mic. How fun was that for you?
Haley said it. We race each other all the time, and she pushes me so hard, and she brings it home. She brings it home so well, and I knew I'd have to fight really hard to try to hang there with her, and I kind of fell off at the end, but it was great to race her.
You knew you were already on the team. You finished second in the 400 IM, but here you are. You're going to Tokyo. You know it for sure now, Haley. Bob Bowman, you said you're going to hear his voice on the blocks. What did you hear him say to you when you were on the blocks?
We had a race plan in mind, and all I wanted to do was execute it for him. So.
Well, you did it.
Thank you.
And now you get to sign the drum, just as Regan did the other night.
And you see a little encapsulation there of Team USA, the competition, the friendship. One 19 years old, one 26 years old, both American Olympians in Tokyo.